Okay, this video is to show you how to create a report leveraging the standard business report model. This is for business professionals and technical professionals that want to understand the logical model of a business report and of a financial report. This is pretty basics. So Luca is a cloud-based application for creating reports. You can log in with Google. You just pick your Google account. It logs in. Or you can use MetaMask. I'm going to use MetaMask. I guess I was already logged in. And we're going to create a report. So here are other reports that I created. Let me just call this create a new report, accounting equation. I press that save button. The report framework is created, and then I have all these things that I have to enter for the report. So this is the base information for the report. I'm going to add that. I'm going to create a local taxonomy. I could import any of these other taxonomies, including IFRS and US GAAP. But I'm going to keep this very, very simple and show you the basics. This is a little funky still. The prefix, I'm just going to use the word report. The namespace identifier, I can use anything that I want. I'll just grab this. It can be anything that is a valid namespace identifier. The reporting scheme, I'll just use the word report. It can be any name you want. The default language, I'm going to choose English. And oops. I can put a description in there, save it. So I have basically what amounts to an extension taxonomy, and I'm going to just add all the elements I'm going to create and everything I'm going to create, I'm going to put into this extension taxonomy rather than using the base taxonomy. So I'm going to add some terms. Here you have all the prefixes that you can use. It's the combo box that provides that. That came from the base information. I can create hypercubes, dimensions, members, line items, abstracts, or concepts. I'm going to create 3 concepts and 1 abstract to hang the concept. So it's starting to look to make sure I do things correctly. The standard label, there's the label, entered the label. It should auto-generate the name, but it's not doing that yet. The data type is monetary. The period type is instant. The balance type is debit. And I've entered my first concept. I'm going to add 2 more concepts. Liabilities. It's also monetary. It's an instant, and it is a credit. I'm going to add the 3rd concept, which is equity, monetary, an instant, and a credit. I'm going to add the 4th report element, which is an abstract, and I need this to hang the other concepts on. So you can't, these are now being constrained correctly. You can't enter any of these because abstracts don't have those logical values. And there we have all the report elements that we need. I don't need any more labels for this, so I'm going to pass on that. I don't need any references. I do need to add a structure. I'm going to add the balance sheet structure. Then I need to build some associations for the structure. So I'm going to add the structure type is presentation relations for the balance sheet. I'm going to use that abstract concept to hang a child. First child is assets. Again, there's no calculation polarity because that is a presentation relation. I'm not going to add a preferred label role. That's it. It always defaults to standard. Presentation, balance sheet, liabilities, and then I'm going to add equity. So now, you may think that this is kind of odd to add information this way, and it is odd. We have not built an interface, probably a tree view control or something like that for adding things. The point here is to get all this stuff correct so that these features can be leveraged in creating the user interface so that the user interface does only the right things. You can't make a mistake. So there we have the associations. The rules, we're going to add a rule. It's a consistency rule. We add a code to identify the rule. There's the rule. I can just type that in, or I can just use this helpful thing. I'm not going to explain this right now. I'm trying to calculate the concept assets right there. The structure that this is in is the balance sheet, and I can add a commentary, but I don't really need it for anything. Okay, so then I have my rules. Now I'm going to add my facts. I'm going to report. This is now working correctly. This is sample company. I add that. Then I'm going to add the period. That's correct. Assets. I'm going to use the values from the Wikipedia page. You do it in US dollars. Infinite rounding, not a fact ID. Okay, so this is going to be cool here because it finally works the way that it should. I'm going to add another one. I click on this, and it brings up the last one that or all that exists in the report. This is going to be monetary, US dollars, infinite. That's number 2. And the third, equity, the value is going to be 7,000 US dollars, infinite, number 3. And there I have all of the information that you would enter in a report. So every report works exactly the same way. You can literally create the entire Microsoft 10K financial report using this interface. I'm going to generate the report. There's all the XBRL. We only support XBRL right now. We're going to support RDF, Prolog, graph query language, and maybe some other syntaxes, but it supports XBRL now. You can flip through these, or you can just press the download button. It is generating the file. I grab that file, copy it, I go into this subdirectory. I paste the file. I grab the files that were generated. And these batch files that basically run validation, XBRL Cloud validation. I should get C2 because they're both valid. They're both valid per XBRL Cloud. So now I'm going to go into Tesseract. I'm going to where did I put that? Yeah, that's what I just did. I'm going to load that. And pivot that a little bit. And there you have it. The XBRL. And I'm going to call that good.